Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys the first perspective on things and how we see them in, folks. We got a hell of a show in store for you guys here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So we got a hell of a show here for you guys. As you guys know, yesterday, Charles Barkley broke the entire internet and everybody was reacting to it, including us. We did a show about it. Also, we delved a little bit deeper. We gave you guys some of our thoughts that we didn't share on the channel. So if you guys didn't see that or you want to hear what we had to say about that, we covered it in our NBA weekly recap that we only have on our Dreamers Pro community. If you guys want to check that out and go see what I said, please check it out. We got that pinned in the comments below. But anyway, let's get into this topic here. So Charles Barkley, you know what's funny? Let me tell y'all what happened. I heard the clip originally. I didn't even hear the full clip. I heard like maybe 70% of it. I'm talking about what Charles Barkley had to say about JJ Redick. So I listened to it. It was only after we published our show and I was watching the video to see if I make mistakes or anything like that. So as I was watching the video, I then got a chance to listen to what Charles Barkley said. Yo, son went off in that. He started talking about, you're taking a girl to the prom with that same ugly girl. I'm like, yo, he talking about LeBron. He was calling them bums. He thought he could, like, it was actually very, 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 very funny, right? When I got a chance to actually sit back and digest it. Yesterday was so frantic because we're coming back. We produced so much content yesterday, so it was so crazy. So I listened to it, and Charles was going in. So everybody reacted to it. Everybody gave their 2 cents. Well, apparently, JJ Redick responded to it. Now, as you guys know, the Lakers played against the Atlanta Hawks yesterday. They were victorious. And I believe it was either in a post-game interview or a pre-game interview. I'm not sure which one it was. But anyway, I think it was in a post-game. I'm not sure. I got it from Laker Nation, their YouTube channel. So I click on the thing and it says JJ Redick responds to Charles Barkley. And I'm like, well, oh, really now? Did he actually respond to Chuck? So I click on the video. It's about 11-minute clip there. And then towards the beginning of it, like maybe 30% into the clip, JJ Redick then responds to some of the things that Charles Barkley said. And in typical JJ Redick fashion, he responded like he was unbothered, like I'm above it all. This is below me and all of that stuff. And I'm like, well, we definitely got to get into his comments. Before we get into what JJ had to say in response to Charles Barkley totally deep frying him, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we want to play what JJ Redick had to say. It's only about a minute or so clip here. I want to play what he had to say, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what JJ Redick had to say in response to Charles Barkley yesterday. Take a listen to that there.
Hey JJ, 2 for you. One quick one on Dorian. He was dealing with a calf injury before the trade. Has that been something he's still dealing with, or is he past that?
I think it was just a calf contusion, so I think that is dissipated from what I understand.
Okay, and then second thing is, yesterday there was a viral clip of Charles Barkley taking some shots at you for your analysis of the NBA media sphere and how the game is covered. Did you hear that? I assume you did, based on your
I got a random text from somebody after the game. I went look at my phone and says something about Charles Barkley, and I'm like, huh? But Greg and Bo showed me. I didn't make it all the way through the clip. I got to be honest with you. My resting heart rate is probably 64. I watched the clip. It was 64. Literally don't care. I have other thoughts, but don't care.
That was funny. But anyway, let's get to what JJ Redick had to say. He said that he's not going to respond to it. He has no thoughts about it. His blood pressure didn't move. Anyway, JJ Redick is lying. Because if you saw him responding here, you could see that he was actually getting annoyed. Now, what is interesting about JJ to me, it seems like JJ Redick got an anger issue. Am I the only one that notices this? But JJ looked like he be blowing his top, like he be getting tight super quick, like super duper tight. You know, and you know, you got them dudes out there with always the screw face, like, yo, son, smile, son. Like it's Saturday afternoon, it's sunny outside. You're with your daughter, you can put a smile on your face. There's this ice grilling for no damn reason. It's like, yo, I just walked into the Starbucks. Don't nobody want to see your scrunched up face tight, and it's like, yo, come on, like, get out of here with all of that. Like, son, like, come on, we here buying coffee. Why you look so angry? Like, why you look like you ready to fight somebody? JJ Redick got that type of face. He looked like he's always pissed off about something. Now, he said he has no thoughts about it. Look, there is no serious rebuttal that JJ Redick could actually put forward to respond to what Charles Barkley said. JJ has no serious rebuttal. Let's address the points that he was talking about. Let's talk about the first one. JJ said, well, you know, when you have people on TV for the past 15 years telling you the product is garbage, obviously people are going to tune out. Like, who are we kidding here? How long has the NBA been around? The NBA has been around for what? They just celebrated their 75th anniversary. So they've been around for decades. 4 decades, which means that the NBA has been able to accumulate fans throughout the years. And with that time comes different eras and different style of play. If you go back and look at when the NBA was in its golden era, it was the 90s, the 2000s, those eras. Well, during that period, there was a certain style of play. Now, you may think that it's boring, you may think that it's primitive, but fans enjoyed a balanced game. Fans weren't against the three-point shot. It was an aspect of the game. But today, three-pointers seems to be the game. As a matter of fact, the sound of Charles Barkley going off and JJ Redick, they were actually doing a recap of a game that they had covered. And Ernie Johnson said in that game, there was over 100 three-pointers shot. Over 100 three, which means that NBA fans got to sit down and watch a game where teams were attempting about 25 three-pointers a quarter. A quarter. That is not appealing to view. And to say that people like Charles Barkley and others pointing this out are the reason for the decline in the game, to me is a total cop-out, number one. And number two, it shows that you're totally tone deaf about the issue. You're totally confused about what's really going on here. That's another issue. That's the first thing. Secondly, JJ seems to be viewing it from the prism of these are excellent athletes and y'all just need to sit back, shut up, and enjoy it. You need to be gobsmacked or in awe of their three-point shooting ability. It's like, hey, JJ, look, we want a balanced game. We want a balanced game. And JJ seems to be confused about the fact that the NBA is a spectator sport. You are meant to entertain people. You are forgetting that. Viewership this year is 25% down on last year. Viewership over the last 10 years is down 48%. 48%. And for you to try to thumb your nose at people and just try to stick your head in the sand and say, well, no, these guys, they don't know what they're talking about. It's like, bro, you're missing the point here. The thing that you deem to be valuable, people don't feel is entertaining to watch. When are you going to get that through your thick skull? It's like you have a restaurant. Initially, you were selling pizzas. People loved you for your pizzas. Then all of a sudden, you decided you want to start selling burgers or whatever it is. And people are like, yeah, look, the burgers are cool. But now that you've turned it into 80% of your menu, and this place used to be known as a pizza joint, I mean, bro, we're not coming here no more. And then you got the chef walking out talking about these people are absolutely primitive. They don't understand a good meal when they have one. Don't they know all of the skill that went into making this burger? It's like, bro, they don't want only burgers. They want balance in the menu. And that's JJ. He's like, the customers don't really understand what they want. So you sit back and let me explain to you what's really going on here. It's that same pompous attitude that he has that causes so many people to dislike his ass. And by people, I'm talking about his contemporary. Let's get this straight here for a moment. Not only is JJ Redick being called out by NBA fans, he's also being called out by his contemporaries that, I need to add, are way more successful at the thing that he does, which is play basketball. Way more successful. And they're like, bro, you're off your rockers here. So don't let JJ Redick try to fool you and seem like, oh, it's because you don't play basketball or you don't mind the game, therefore you can't really understand this thing. His own contemporaries are saying that you are off your rockers, my boy. So who are you going to believe? JJ Redick or all these other NBA greats? Like, who are we kidding here? Almost everything JJ Redick says about the game of basketball is diametrically opposed to what Kobe Bryant used to say. And if I had an opportunity to listen to Kobe Bryant or JJ Redick talk basketball and you gave me a million opportunities, I would pick Kobe a million times. I wouldn't even spend a second of my time listening to JJ Redick. I wouldn't. I would not, because Kobe's smarter than JJ Redick about basketball and life in general. That was obvious. Absolutely obvious. And Kobe said the game was deteriorating. So you jigaboos can run around and keep twerking it up and pouring honey all over your booties for JJ Redick, but I ain't listening to son. And a lot of the NBA greats ain't feeling him too. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.